Hello, I am your host, Karlyn D. Henderson. Welcome to the She Suite. This is the right place if you are a woman in leadership, particularly in a male dominated industry, and you're seeking solutions and strategies to help you master leadership, elevate your performance under continuous stress, and break through the barriers that continually hold you back. On this day episode, we're going to talk about powerlessness. Three signs of powerlessness. Are you powerful beyond measure, or are you struggling with powerlessness? Let's talk about it today. So, what is powerlessness? It is the lack of control or influence. When a leader is powerless, it means that you don't have the strength or resources to change a situation. The ability and therefore the possibility of change has been lost. Just what is needed to make change is unavailable. When you feel powerless, you become unplugged, which causes you to feel stuck and frustrated and uncertain about your potential. Just because a leader is in a C-level executive position, vice president, director, or manager in a large corporation, or own their own business for that matter, it doesn't mean that they are immune to feelings of powerlessness. Now, powerlessness is not to be confused with helplessness, which implies a person cannot change anything, versus powerlessness means that you just lack influence and the resources to bring about change. Now, before we go any further today, in today's topic of powerlessness, I have a simple request of you. Please share your city and state or country, followed by the hashtag Power Factor for Women. I really would appreciate that. And thank you. So when a leader deals with powerlessness, it shows up in a very dark way. Right now, I want to discuss three unique ways in which powerlessness shows up. Sign number one, lack of focus. Yes, lack of focus is a sign of powerlessness. No vision equals no leadership. When a leader feels powerlessness, that leader may model the wrong behaviors or even think very small. These leaders fail themselves, their teams, their organizations, or even if they're a small business owner, they risk profit loss and failure. Sign number two, poor speech. When a leader does not speak up for herself or her team, she walks in a place of powerlessness speech. It may go something like this. Well, don't you think? Sorta, kinda, maybe. This may be a great idea, but I'm not quite sure. You may not agree with me, but okay. If I'm wrong, I hate to do this. I'm not an expert. All of these phrases are great examples of powerlessness speech. Sign number three, limiting beliefs about yourself. At times, we all fall prey to the pressures that cause us to develop limiting beliefs about ourselves, about our potential to do great and wonderful things. These limiting beliefs embody powerlessness that can be difficult to break through sometimes. What limiting beliefs, fears, or self doubts or excuses do you have in your life right now, in your leadership role, in your career that are holding you back from reaching your greatest potential? Think about it. Perhaps you can relate to any one or all three of these signs of powerlessness: lack of focus, poor or powerless speech, or limiting beliefs about yourself. Now, these three signs are definitely not limited to the different ways powerlessness can show up in your leadership, your career, or your life. But these are the three that I find common with women in leadership. Now, let's talk about the She Suite power play. Keep in mind that you don't have to stay in one place, or definitely don't have to stay in a place of powerlessness. As a leader, you can regain your strength, gather resources, and move from the state of powerlessness to be powerful beyond measure. So, power play number one, get focused, determine what you want. Discover your primary focus right now. If you can't write or speak what you want in one or two sentences, you may be in a place of powerlessness when it comes to a place of focus. I recommend that you take time to get your focus back and understand what's important for you to accomplish. Sheet Sweet Power Play number 2. Redefine your words. We already discussed the words that are powerlessness. Now we want to speak words of power. I am confident about what I bring to the table. I can contribute to the success of myself and others. Those are two great examples of redefining your speech. Sheet Sweet Power Play number 3. Redefine how you see yourself. It is important for you to define yourself by your strengths and not by your weaknesses, by what you can do and not by what you cannot do. If you don't know your strengths, your gifts, your talents, or your motivations, now is a time to take the investment needed to discover the real you so that you can understand that you really are powerful beyond measure. Do you want to learn more about the power factor for women in leadership? Go to the webpage www.powerfactorforwomen.com. There you can order the book, The Power Factor for Women, that will be released in 2017. Additionally, you can sign up for a Power Factor strategy session so you and I can sit down and move you forward to being powerful beyond measure. Until next time, you have enjoyed the Leadership and Personal Development Podcast, The Sheet Suite. I am your host, Karlyn D. Henderson.